Just wonder why people do this instead of this. You know, this goes direct inside the basin, not this way. Why doing that? And the next person is just by your side. You're just spreading the whole thing to him. I wonder why people do that. Still wondering. So there are some habits that you don't expect from an adult. You get to the public bathroom after doing a business, go to the wash hand basin, then you put the tap on. Sometimes they don't use soap. You just go ahead, wash your hand. The next thing, you flip your hands as if maybe you are in your bedroom, forgetting the next person is just standing beside you there doing the same thing, but in a different way. You don't have to. You just do it in a mannered, a well-mannered way, a civilized way. You know, you put a hand in the sink and flip it because you're using the dryer afterwards. What's the meaning of, spraying your hands all this way, spraying the water and everything when you don't use the soap? The bacteria, viruses, they are still on your hands. You need to wash your hand thoroughly with soap and then squeeze your hand a little bit inside the basin. So what I showed you in the beginning, I mean, it's just ridiculous. I don't know. I keep wondering why people do that. You do it every day now and then, just continuously. Everywhere I go to, once it's the public toilet, I will see one person, 1 out of 5 people doing the same thing. That's ridiculous. We got to begin to, learn how to, how to use or how to wash your hand in the public space. That's not our kitchen. That's not our private bathroom. This is just every other person. It's not just you. People are there, and you're just spraying hands that way. Oh my God! So not so nice. It's not nice. And they have younger ones staying there watching you the same way you are doing it. So they will continue to, do the same thing when they grow up. There are certain things you don't have to learn. An adult, when they tell you, or maybe you want to cough, you do, you don't have to, you don't have to do it. The little kids are watching. Little kids are watching. The kids are watching. And this is not just to condemn anyone, but it's just perhaps something you don't know about. Maybe if you watch this video, then you begin to correct yourself. You have not done any wrong. You have not, committed any criminality. No. But we're just trying to educate ourselves here, just trying to make sure we do the right thing to prevent the spread of disease. When you wash your hand hygiene goes a long way in preventing the spread of diseases. But when you now come into a public space, you don't use soap to wash your hands. You only use water to wash your hands. That's not enough. Have to use soap or foam, whatever, in any way, just use it to wash your hands and then contain it in that basin. That's why you have that basin. Contain that spray. Just, make sure you take your hands this way inside that basin, not that way. Just this way inside that basin, and then use the dryer and dry your hands very, very well. Okay? Before you open the door. Most of us don't even dry our hands. We just go straight, take that watery hand, and then hold the handle of the door. Some person will go there. Disease is sprayed and sprayed and sprayed. I remember during COVID, oh my goodness. That's why every person who come in contact with the public space, stand the risk of getting infection of the virus. So we just have to be very, very careful, do the right thing, follow the natural etiquette, the natural things to do. You don't have to, you don't have to go to college, you don't have to go to university, you don't have to go to primary school to learn some of these things. And you are there doing that, and the person will be looking at you. And the moment he or she turns to look at you while you are spraying those water, the whole thing goes into her mouth or his mouth. Direct. That injection, the thing just goes direct, straight away into the mouth. That's how you spray this bacteria. You don't even care, because you say, oh no, nothing. It means nothing. But if you have that courtesy and say, okay, yeah, I'm not doing the right thing, all you need to do is just to, keep it, just spread a little bit into the basin. Just go to the dryer and dry your hands very, very well before you touch the handle of that door. Okay? Even in some instances, when you suspect that the handle is not, you can use a tissue, okay, from the toilet, and then open the door and then put the tissue in the dustbin as you exit. Okay? Except you don't have all these things there. We need to really begin to be conscious of all this. This is not a health talk. This is not, but we need to be conscious of all these things. These are some mannerisms we need to curtail. We need to stop. We need to stop spreading bacteria, viruses. Okay, we need to stop infecting people. That little thing that you do to help is enough. When you do this way, then you have to go and wash your hand. When you go to use the toilet, you have to go and wash your hand. Even when you pee, you have to go and wash your hand. Okay? When you touch, perhaps you scratch your armpit, you need to go and wash your hand. When you use your hand to, put some things out of your mouth in whichever way, maybe you ate something gummy and you inside your hand, and you have to go and wash your hand. As I finish this recording, I will have to go and wash my hand because I've touched my nose and then my ear, whatever. I have to make sure I wash my hand. And even sometimes I tell people, when you use your phone, most of the time you see some speeds and everything keep flashing on your screen, and then you touch your phone here and there. You need to sterilize it with a sterile wipe. You wipe it, and then it helps. So we think, it helps. All those things, those little things, they help to stop the spread of disease. And this is very, very important. That's why I'm taking my time to do it. I know you might say this is a long video. We all know about this. But how do we all know about this? And then you enter into a public space. You see this every now and then. So what is the percentage of people who know about this? And the percentage of people who do not know about it? So this video goes to people who do not know about it. And also some people who know about it but refused to obey the natural thing. Some people really know about it, but they don't care. They say, oh, nobody's watching me. Oh, there's no CCTV in the toilet. Oh, nobody's watching what I'm doing. But somebody, someone, somewhere, sometimes, even some people get upset when they see the way you spray your hands, when they see that you... I take an instance of, I went to an eatery, I don't want to mention the name, okay? And this person is a manager, all right, in the eatery. And right before me, she sneezed. Hey. She didn't use this way. She didn't use any napkin. She didn't use anything. She put the sneezing into her palms. And the next thing, she started serving food. I tried to get her attention. I said, young lady, what are you doing? You just sneeze, go and wash your hand and come back. And it was my turn, my number. But I was so lucky, another lady came and picked up my number. And I tried, I said, listen, your manager is doing something really ridiculous here. How can she sneeze into her hand and use it to serve someone? A big eatery, a heavy brand. But I'm not here to, mention names or anything. That's not my job here. My concern here is just to raise this little awareness, the much I can do, and let he who has ears to hear and perhaps change. If my video can change 1 or 2 people out of 1 million, it goes a long way. It goes a long way, because someone will be asking me, why is he doing this? What's his business? Yeah, I'm still alive, and I just want to make sure that little thing you're doing that is not right does not affect me. If I'm that selfish. But in this case, I am not selfish. So I'm not talking about only myself. I'm talking about the whole people. If it doesn't affect me, it can affect another person. But so many of us who are, like, let me say, I'm diabetic, right? So my immunity is very low because it's autoimmune. And that means once I see such a thing, I get irritated, because I know some people who are in my position might be, at risk with someone's attitude, someone's bad mannerism. So it touches my heart, and it just makes me feel, I need to say something. I never thought about it, but I said, I need to say something today. Since I have a platform, I can, educate people 1 or 2 things. Let me just put it there. Let me just put it there, man. Let me just put it out there. Let he who wants to hear and make a change. Okay? And make a change. We got to be our brother's keeper by doing little things that are helpful to, improve our well-being. By the time 1 or 2 people do it, the spread of bacteria will limit, and people who are going to hospitals will limit, and people who are, cross contaminating other, areas of life and everything will reduce. So, because if you do that, you take that hand, you don't go to toilet, you don't even wash your hand. I've seen many people, they go to toilet, they don't wash your hand, they do their business there, they come out and they go straight into the street. Some go into the supermarket, some go into the shops, some go into the buses, some go into see friends and shake them straight ahead. Some touch the open market fruits, they cross-contaminate all these things. And people go and buy it and just wipe it and eat without washing. You don't wash that fruit, you just go ahead and eat. Why? Why? You don't wash that apple, you just go ahead and eat. You don't wash that pear, you go ahead and eat. Why? You don't have to do that. Why do you have to do that? You have to wash it. There's some things you buy in the market, actually you need to use, soap to wash it and rinse it very, very well before you eat. I'm so hungry, man. Get me 1 apple from the car. You just grab it, piam, you eat. Expressly. Loading yourself with different types of bacteria. Different types of bacteria. Even if the ones that are not contained in that area, or the ones that are contained in that areas, many people will be coming supplying these bacteria to areas that is being contained before. At one point, they will break out. They will break out. We have all these things coming. It's not a fluke. It's not something that people make up. that there are bacteria that spread of infections and everything. No. Diseases are real. Viruses are real. So you have people who are spreading typhoid. Okay, they through anything that is edible, salmonella goes there. Have people spreading cold viruses. Have people spreading tuberculosis. Maybe the way they sneeze, they cough. All these things goes into the air and they spit, on the floor. It messes with the dust. And it begins to, there's so many, I'm not a medical doctor, so many things that can go on and on, spreading through dust in the air and through handshake and everything. But I know that number one thing of stopping the spread of infection, whether in the hospital, whether in the supermarket, whether in the shops, whether on the street, whether in driving the car, whether in using your handsets, whether in touching equipment, good hand hygiene. Wash those hands thoroughly with soap. If you doubt what I'm saying, you can ask your doctor, your physician. They will tell you the more. You can ask them. You don't need to believe me. Just ask your GP the next time or your doctor or your physician or wherever. Just ask. He say, must I wash my hands? If I touch this, if I put my hands in the nose, if I, do so many things, if I go to the toilet, do I have to wash my hands? And he say, oh, I watched one guy who was saying it on a video. I don't know what he calls himself. I don't know whether he's a doctor. No, I'm not a doctor. I'm concerned, but I know that good hand hygiene goes a long way in curbing the spread of diseases. When you wash your hand thoroughly after visiting the toilet, after eating, after using your hand to do, wipe your nose, or you believe you me, you've done a lot. You've done well. I can't stop talking. There's so many things to talk about. There's some bad mannerism. You take your shoe, you've been marching all over, you get to your house, you don't even care. You use your shoe, you put it on the bed, on the center table to either tie the shoelace or to lose the shoelace. And those debris will fall in there. You don't know where you're marching. You might have stepped into public toilets and everything, picked up some bacteria from the floor, and then you just march into your house. And then they begin to incubate. Those bacteria begin to incubate in your own house. And when it's going to say, oh, come on, I'm a clean person. I don't know how this thing got into. No. But you were pressed the other day and you went into the public toilet and you march everywhere trying to, at that point, you don't know yourself when you're so pressured, you want to, ease yourself. And then you never bothered about the floor. Okay? And perhaps the public toilet does not have soap. You never bothered about, you went to a pool. You never bothered about washing your hand with soap. You just get to the house. Oh, you grab a glass of water, your cup. Oh, let me drink. I'm so thirsty. You leave the bacteria on the cup. You sprayed it. You did not wash your hands thoroughly. You didn't do anything. The shoes, you did not remove it and disinfect it. Yeah, there are disinfectants you can spray on your shoe. Just a little bit sprayed. It can be from Dettol or whatever thing. I'm not advertising anything. I'm not important, but there's so many disinfectants. You can use spray on the sole of your shoe. Many people don't even know that. When it comes, they dump it, they put it either in the shoe rack or anything. Those bacteria that you match on the streets and everything starts incubating. And one day you touch your arms from there, your hands, and then you touch and say, oh God, oh this part. Then you take it, you touch your cup, you touch your place, you take your snacks, you take your fruits. Oh God. Circle and circle and circle. It goes round. I don't know where these things are coming from. You don't know. All right? Some of us go to the barbing, shops, and then we barb our hair, and then we use our hand to do this, touch it, and say, oh, this place, barber, please get this place done. Some of us are having staphylococcus, on the skins on the head. And when you get home, or even in the car, as soon as you jump in, you look at you bring your roof glass, and you look, oh, this hair is nice. Then you put your hand into your shopping, grab an apple there and begin to eat where you're going. And tomorrow you say, oh, my stomach, it pains me here. No. Because you are just putting in a lot of bacteria into our body. And we don't even have the patience to ask our doctors, our, physicians. I said, I don't know, does this thing actually happen? I've been hearing about these things does it actually happen? How do we prevent the spread of diseases? Because when we get to some of us in United Kingdom, we go to our GPs. When we get there, all we are after is our lot. Oh, is it my time? Oh yeah, you check in, and the next thing they call you, oh hey, Patrick here. Same thing if you go all around, the world, how they practice. I mean, just number the time. Oh, I have 11:15 appointment. You get that, you don't see some of the instructions, you don't see some of the, leaflets, everything they, paste on the notice boxes, but how to curb the spread of infections left and right. How to make sure that we don't cross-contaminate, other things, equipment or whatever. How we don't the benefits of hand hygiene, benefits of sterilization of equipments and everything. You don't have to be a healthcare worker, you don't have to be a nurse, you don't have to be a doctor to know this. Whatever you are, you can know this. You can read some books, you can ask your doctor, you can ask your pharmacy, you can ask your health worker. All these people are going to tell you the same thing I'm telling you now, to at least wash your hands. Wash your hands after doing certain things. It's a good mannerism. It's a good habit that if you continue to practice it, you're gonna go to hospital less. You're gonna go. You're gonna be a good and decent neighbor to everyone. Okay, neighbor is not just somebody who lives. Once you come in contact with someone at that particular time, you're a good neighbor, as far as you are not transferring, disease and viruses to that person. Okay, so until I come your way next time, I remain Patrick. You can subscribe to Ebuzo's Corner if you have not done so before. Please help us, and then put the click on the notification so that when I make the next video, you'll be one of the first people to get it. And if you like what we're doing and you want to encourage us, just put down things on the comment and tell us, one or two things you've realized from this, if this is meaningful, if this have impacted your life in one way or the other. I'll have questions to ask. You are free to do so in the comment section, okay? And what to do in Buzo's Corner is just to educate people, entertain you, and to bring to you that reality, that those facts that are things that are real, not just for the sake of content. All right, so encourage us so that we can do more, and form a community. We can help each other in making sure that we educate ourselves, we entertain ourselves, and we make sure that we live in a better, healthier environment. Until I come your way next time, I remain Patrick from Ebuzo's Corner. Thank you very much. God bless you.